What up, YouTube? It's IKG, formerly known as No Change, and I'm back with another commentary. In the last episode of my Vikings Connected Owner Mode, we lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Actually, the last episode was the bye week, and then the episode before that, we lost to the Steelers. We got destroyed by the Steelers, and in the last episode, as a hopeful remedy for that, I switched up the depth chart, and I took Nnamdi Asomugha immediately off of the #1 corner. I decided that I had given him enough chances, you know, to prove himself as a shutdown corner, or at least a shell of his former self when he was playing with Oakland, but he has yet to do that for me. So I moved him to the nickel corner, and you see a lot of good receivers at the nickel corner spot. So we're going to see what he can do there. As you guys see him on the bench right now, that's probably where he should be. But I'm going to give him one more chance at the slot, or the nickel corner, I'm sorry. And by the way, before I get into commentary, I just want to let you guys know I did change the sliders. That black set, I decided I was putting up too many high scores. And if you look at it, it's not realistic. And I say that because if you look at all the quarterbacks that we face, they all threw under like 6 incompletions. And that's not due to the defense, because I know I play some decent defense, although the Vikings aren't that good defensively as far as the secondary. But like, come on now, Jason Campbell came in and went like 19 for 22 on us, and then threw like 3 or 4 touchdowns. I mean, I don't know. Plus, I was not getting realistic passing stats. I mean, my quarterback was getting like 11 attempts per game. So I decided to switch him up, and we're going to have to evaluate the statistics after this game. As you guys see, we get the ball back after a turnover by Jerome Simpson, and we have A.J. Jefferson going to try to return this punt, and he gets room on the left side. But we're going to have to evaluate some stats after this game and see if we want to stick with these. I was trying to keep that set for the entire season, but I just couldn't take it anymore. I want some realistic stats, you know, and I don't want 40-point games every time I play, you know, and I'm going to be tweaking these so that they are good as I want them to be. And, you know, it's going to be a work in progress, but they should stay basically around the same base. You know, it shouldn't be too, like, different as far as like the gameplay and everything. So we start 3-1 with those sliders, and I will say this, after playing this game, those first 4 games, those sliders are a lot harder than these simulation sliders, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with which sliders these are. These are the Charter 04 sliders, and these are some really good base sliders. You know, you just have to adjust them to your style of play to get realistic statistics. But all right, into the game now. We start off going 7-0 over them, and Adrian Peterson was the one to get the touchdown. And on 3rd down and 3, he's gonna throw off a tackle of a Carolina defender, and the Vikings pick up another set of downs, and they are on the move, but they are faced with another 3rd down, and we're gonna throw the screen, and Adrian Peterson is gonna throw off the tackle of a Carolina Panther and work his way for another new set of downs. And he is just breaking a lot of tackles, and that's one thing about these sliders. They miss a lot of tackles, but then I think it's Adrian Peterson, so I'm sure he's going to break a lot of tackles. But then I see Josh Freeman break this tackle and get outside, but he will fumble the ball, but it will be out of bounds. And we're faced with another 3rd down and 7, and Josh Freeman will hit Jerome Simpson, who has been quiet since the emergence of Jarius Wright, and he gets a touchdown right there. So we take the lead 14-3. And Cam Newton will rumble forward for about a gain of 13, I'm sorry, right there. And they are faced with a 2nd down and 10, and they're going to go deep to Ted Ginn. Is it Jen or Ginn? I never know how to say his name. I really forget how the analysts say it and everything, but I can't tell if it's Ginn or Jen. But I'm going to say Ginn right now. And they end up getting a field goal right there as they fail on 3rd down, and Josh Freeman will miss a wide open Jarius Wright, who's been playing very, very well the last few weeks. And right here, he catches a clutch 3rd down reception to move the chains, and that is his 2nd on the day. And we're going to hand it off to our playmaker, Adrian Peterson, and he will cough up the football, recovered by Luke Kuechly, and he has nobody in front of him except for a Carolina Panther, and he will walk into the end zone, and that will decrease our lead from 8-1. So Adrian Peterson, the last few weeks, he's been having trouble holding on to the football. He actually diffused that problem because he had that problem early in his career, but has been doing a lot better with holding on to the ball, but it seems like this year he's forgotten all the work he's done trying to hold on to the ball, and he's starting to fumble a lot more. I believe that is his third on the season so far, and we're going to hit him on a screen right here, and he will just barely miss getting the first down, so we will have to punt, and that will give the Panthers the ball back, and they already have some momentum as they just got a big play defensively, and on 3rd down and 4, they're going to get picked off by Aaron Henderson, and he will be tackled at the 28-yard line, and we are on the move. We're already in the red zone. 2nd down and 3, a great pocket for Josh Freeman. He sees nobody, and he will scramble forward for a rushing touchdown, so that increases our lead back up to 8, and Cam Newton is going to scramble, and he has such a quick first step, and he was able to get out of the pocket in about 0.5 seconds right there. And on 3rd down and 4, I'm sorry, he's going to try it again, but this time he will be stopped in his track by Brian Roberson. And right before halftime, we got the ball back, but we decided to just run on it, sit on it, and not try to allow any more mistakes to happen, as we already had 2 turnovers. So the Panthers are right here on their first drive of the second half, and as you guys see, Jonathan Stewart just mows over one of our defensive linemen on his way to a first down. And on 1st down and 10, Cam Newton is showing some type of weird play. I don't even know why the icons above the receivers are coming up. As you guys see, Nnamdi Asomugha is applying the pressure, but Cam Newton with a quick release will get it out to Steve Smith, and they will get a first down. On 1st down and goal, he's going to dump it off to Tolbert, and after that touchdown, they decided to go for 2, but they did fail, and the Vikings have the ball back, and Adrian Peterson shrugs off a tackle and gets us down to around midfield. And on 1st down and 10, Freeman is back to pass with pressure right in his face. However, he's not tackled. He's going to roll out to the left side and get a first down. So he's doing a good job running the ball this season, better than I expected him to, as Jarius Wright comes wide open in the middle of the field, and he will get us down to the 4-yard line. And we're going to finish off the drive with Adrian Peterson, and that is his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. He does that so consistently, scores a lot of touchdowns. I believe he has almost 10 already this season, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll be checking that out later on. I'll do an update in a few weeks to let you guys know what's going on around the league. And as you guys see, I make a bad angle on Cam Newton, and that allows him to get all the way down to about the 12-yard line as he breaks a couple tackles, and that puts him over 100 yards rushing on the day, and their drive will be capped off by Jonathan Stewart as he gets into the end zone, and our lead is right back down to 2. As you guys see, Josh Freeman missing another open receiver. He did that a lot this game. And on 3rd down and 10, we're going to hit Greg Jennings, who has been pretty much quiet this whole entire season. I haven't been targeting him that much, and he seems to draw a lot of attention from the defenders. And Josh Freeman's going to throw this one up deep to Greg Jennings, and he drops the ball right there, and that would have been a great game for this offense. And on 3rd down and 14, that is a very risky pass by Josh Freeman, and that will force us to punt on 4th down, and they have a chance to take the lead right here, and they're going to try some type of option with Cam Newton. He will get about 14 yards on the play, and he has 9 rushes for 139 yards, and he's going to add to that right here as he breaks the tackle of Nnamdi Asomugha. He is such a terrible tackler on this game. I'm trying to get this guy some leeway. He just has to make some type of play. In the beginning of the game, he got a sack, and that was good enough for me, but he's been playing terrible ever since. But our defense will stand tall on 3rd down, so we will hold them to 3, although that does give them the lead. We're going to hit Kyle Rudolph as we're already on the move trying to regain this lead. These teams are going back and forth, back and forth. It seems like it's going to come down to the last possession. We'll have to see as long as these teams hold on to the ball. And Adrian Peterson is going to get us down to about the 20-yard line, and he has 174 yards. Last game was the first game this season where he did not have 100 yards rushing. And we're going to hit Jerome Simpson, who has had himself a pretty solid day. And then we're going to go for Jarius Wright in the end zone, but that will cause us to throw an incompletion and cause us to settle for a Blair Walsh field goal. And I believe that was Adrian Peterson as a check down wide open. I just missed the read right there. And Cam Newton is going deep once again to Ted Ginn. And hey, that rhymed. I didn't even mean to. And he has gone over 100 yards receiving. So it seems like our secondary woes have not been settled just yet, as we're allowing so many receiving yards, not to mention the rushing yards by Cam Newton. But they will fail in the red zone once again, and they will settle for another field goal. So they kick it off to A.J. Jefferson. You guys know that's a big mistake if they choose to do that. And he is out to the left side, and he has a couple of men to beat, but he will be brought down eventually at around the 24 the 20-yard line. I'm sorry, I was gonna say the 25, but he fought for that extra 5 yards. So that's really big, and we get good field position. And on 3rd down and 4, we will fail to get the first down. We're gonna try a play action right here. I could have scrambled, but I decided to go for a bigger play, and that could have been picked off. Luckily, the linebacker did not have good enough hands, and we will settle for another Blair Walsh field goal. So it's like these offenses are mimicking each other. They both have gotten down there 2 times in a row and have failed to get 7 points. They've settled for 3 points 2 times in a row, if I'm not mistaken. And Cam Newton will continue to add to his terrific rushing day as he gets another first down. And then they're going to dump it off to Jonathan Stewart on the screen right here, and they pick up a first down. So they're driving. If they get in the field goal range, they will probably win this game, and we get a sack right there. And on 2nd down and 14, we have to stop them from getting any more yardage. And then they're going to go deep, and Harrison Smith could have pretty much sealed the game right there. And then on 3rd down and 14, they're going to hit Barner, and he will get to the 30-yard line. And that is just devastating for us. We have to use our timeouts right now. They're still passing the ball. And then they're going to get another completion to Steve Smith. That puts them in pretty short field goal range. But we have to see what happens. There's a lot of football left. 50 seconds is a lot of football, especially with 2 timeouts. We're going to have to see what happens. 2nd down and 10. They're probably going to run the ball. Olsen in motion to the left. And they're going to hand it off to Poole, and he will be stopped behind the line. I was hoping that we could strip the ball from him, but this is where it gets weird. They're going to run a hurry up and pass the ball. Cam Newton back to pass, going to find a open Steve Smith, beating the coverage of guess who, Nandi Asamoah. But that does leave us some time on the clock. 1st down and 10, we're going to hit Greg Jennings, and he will get out of bounds, and we are on their territory already. 2nd down and 10, Josh Freeman is back to pass. Pretty clean pocket, rolling out to the right side. Sees Greg Jennings wide open in the middle. I thought that I would be able to get back to the line and at least get one more heave for the end zone. Let's see what we can do right here. 5 seconds. Everybody's at the line pretty much except for Josh Freeman and Simpson and the offensive lineman, actually. And that's just devastating. I'm not sure why I decided to go to the middle right there. I thought that was the only option I had. I could have thrown it away. But, you know, when you're playing the game, you don't really think, you know, how you, think you would think. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, after the game is over, you look in your rearview mirrors and you say, I would have did this. Hindsight is 20/20 as we fall in our 2nd straight loss of the season after starting undefeated at 3-0. And our secondary woes continue as we allow Cam Newton to rush for almost 200 and then turn around and pass for a good amount too. And our corners just allowed too many receiving yards by Steve Smith and Ted Ginn. We allowed too many deep passes. I'm still trying to figure everything out. I mean, I tried everything in this game. I don't know what I'm going to do with these cornerbacks. I mean, I just hope that they're not bad enough to keep us from getting into the postseason. And we've dropped 2 straight. So we are now 3-2. I'm not sure how the division is looking. We'll see next episode. And I believe we play a team that has a losing record again. But I hope to see you guys then, and I'll see you guys later.